Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Cosmic Orrery Tower and how it functions in the game and how it adds to your base defense. Now, I was postponing this video a little bit just because there had been a lot of comments and opinions about this tower being far too strong, especially since you can have two of them within a Long Island setup. Now, I have not heard anything official regarding whether or not there are going to be changes, but personally, I'm not going to build a second one just because I know how strong it is when you have two of them, and I wonder if they are going to make a change. So that was a Verdant Dragon. My towers are only level just over level 100, but I believe these clips are now with the rider removed from the dragon, and you can see that the dragon does get through on some flights. There are some minor mistakes that lead to me being able to take him down, and this is an Abyssal Morak, and again, I think there's some wins and some losses to this, but the Cosmic Orrery has a pretty long range of attack, and you can see when it hits the dragon speeds up, and you can't really tell, but it freezes their rage as well. And the range of activation of the shield is also quite long. It's the same as a storm tower, so it allows you to activate that shield pretty early on in the flight and protect a lot of the front island towers and the back island towers as well. There you can see it protecting them all, and then you could see the dragon flying a little bit faster. Now, obviously, it's hard to tell if this would have been the same with a storm tower or not. Here's a Verdant Lockjaw in Atlas. So obviously there's a rider in gear. You can see how fast he speeds up after being hit by that tower, and the shield is very influential. And I was able to stop this dragon from defeating my full kill island, and I was actually very close to killing the dragon as well. So I find that this tower has helped my base a lot. I personally find it better than both the Storm and the Earth Flak because it has the effects or the best parts of both all in one tower. Plus, it has the added benefit of the regular shots locking down the rage regeneration as well as speeding up the dragon. So, it definitely does have some very strong effects in that regard if you do hit the dragon, and most sorcerers and warriors have really no way to avoid it. And you can see I took out that Verdant Calivore, and now Calivore is a strong dragon but definitely user dependent, so obviously it's not a very standardized situation here, but this tower has a lot of features that make it very challenging to deal with. And if you have two of them on a Long Island, I've heard a lot of players saying that it's basically impossible to get through. Now, obviously, it's not 100% impossible, and not all bases have to, and because of how strong it is and how many players are upset with how strong it is, I'm hesitant to recommend building two as your base setup because we don't know for sure if they're going to make any changes or not. They haven't really made any official comments on whether or not it will stay the same, and just from experience in the past, you can't really make any assumptions about what they plan to do with this tower. And so I would recommend definitely building one because it's a very strong tower, and even if they reduce the effectiveness of those secondary effects, it is still a very strong tower with the range and speed of a storm tower, but the added effect of HP like an Earth Flak has. So definitely a worthwhile tower, even without the secondary effects if you have the resources to build it. But me personally, I'm waiting on building a second one because I would like to hear some form of comment from PG about whether the tower is going to stay with the same restrictions and stats, if they're going to change the stats or the parameters so it's not as effective, or if they're going to reduce the number that you can have on your base. There's a lot of things that they could do, and one of those possibilities is to simply say we're not going to make any changes with the tower. And if that's the case, then I most likely will work towards building a second one in the near future, potentially even next season or the season after that, depending on the availability of resources and how high I can actually get the towers based on what I'm able to get. So those are my thoughts so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have two of them, if you have one of them, if you have none of them, if you've got a lot of experience flying against them, I'm very interested to hear what your experience has been so far. So good luck with the upcoming event, and I hope to see you in the next video.